Hi everyone, welcome back to Channeling Luxury. I have some pieces for 24 cruise to show you here. This is a size 38. There are some shorts that go with this. I think they look a bit like a diaper, so those were a hard pass. I didn't even try them. And so this is kind of a heavier knit. Those of you wondering about the fabric, it is a little on the heavy side. This is a 38. There's a price. It says it's a pullover, and here's the tag for those of you interested. Also, I think this one has been talked about online quite a bit. The number 5 crop top, also 24C. So these run 34.36 or 38.40. That's the sizing. This one is price here. I was a little surprised sometimes, as you know, Chanel, I mean, not that this is inexpensive, but Chanel will often take the pieces that a lot of people are talking about and seem to like blow them up online and then raise the price on something kind of doesn't really fit it. But in this case, I think that wasn't too horrible of them to do. This top, I'm going to have to show you on how it works, and I will do that. But I just want to show you the tag and price. So this is a 38. It does have a cardigan in the full look. The cardigan goes over it. And you might recognize these colors from just this around, I don't know, 6 months ago. They really did do a repeat with a small tweak to the style. Sweatshirt, you can see the price on this, a bit on the heavy side for a sweatshirt. Also, the fabric doesn't feel super great. You can see the CCs on the detailing here. And here is the sweatshirt. And then finally, just for this video, there will be more. There is pretty cool, I'm going to call this the party dress. It's very lightweight. It is, you can see the tag here. It's a size 38. And on the back is kind of a blue, dark blue and black knit here. So I will give these a try, as well as a pair of shoes and a bag I will show you in this video from this collection, and you can see what you think. All right, everyone, so this is the first look, but first I want to show you something that I'm going to start doing on all of my ready-to-wear videos that I have an opportunity to do it on, particularly if I'm in my little studio here. So I'm going to rate everything on a 1 to 10 for how it looks, wearability 1 to 10, and value 1 to 10. So wearability is it going to fit in my wardrobe? Will I actually use it? How wearable do I think it is, based on the length of it and so on. And then for those of us who mostly work from home office, obviously that plays a big role, right? And then also the value on a 1 to 10, is it worth it? And I'll be honest that in terms of a price perspective, I've been working a lot with different designers as of late and starting to understand some of the interest in quiet luxury and also in very high-end fibers, like high-end wool, high-end cashmere. And those of you who've watched my channel know I usually hate wool and cashmere because I get itchy. But it's not true with every brand. And I think a lot of that is fabrication. So where it came from and the quality of the textile. So I just want to let you know it hasn't been everywhere. But I do want to change up how I'm doing this just a little bit to give you some more insight in terms of because many of you have asked, do I think it's worth it? And did I think it's worth it after some time? So that's my way of trying to address that in these videos. Also, you'll notice I'm not doing this from the Chanel boutique anymore. That's probably going to be a thing for a little while. I'll be honest that it has turned me off from the brand a bit. My support of them has not been reciprocal in that way. In other ways it has been, but not in that way. And it's been very frustrating. Also, there is a YouTuber, many of you know, Jacob, who mentioned that videos on Instagram that use the word Chanel will get taken down even if it's truly your own content. Like myself filming myself in another country in a fitting room got taken down because I used the word Chanel. So thanks for the heads up on that one. I would have never known why, but it is true. They are targeting people that use their name, which is ludicrous because I'm sure if a celebrity uses their name, they will be more than happy to accommodate that. So that's me airing my initial frustrations on this whole thing. So on Instagram, you're not going to see all the words spelled out anymore. We have to go kind of old school style and do things a little more cryptic. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is. And I don't know what kind of game the designer's playing, but I'll be honest, it has made it harder to support them. And that's part of the reason you're seeing me do videos from other designers as of late. So that said, this is my first piece, size 38, and I want to show you the detail here with multiple colors in the center, cocoa. I don't like the whole heart star thing, this collection. To me, it's a little juvenile. I understand it's supposed to be playful and there's the roller skating theme and all that. It's just not my thing. So I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with any pieces that have a star or a heart, but I wanted to show you It's not that I don't want to be a star, and it's not that I don't have love. It's just that I don't really like it on my clothes after the age of 4. So here is the back of this one. It is not a completely crop fit, but you can see these are mid-rise jeans, right? And you can kind of see a little bit of my belly button, so it just kind of shows you the length. Those of you that are new to my channel, I'm 5'4", 120, and so that gives you an idea of how it will fit as a 38 if you are my size, bigger or smaller. So before I just continue on, in terms of looks, 1 to 10, I haven't been able to figure this one out yet. I did ditch the booty shorts, and there's also a jacket coming. I'm not really sure about it. As I think about it, maybe the booty shorts would have looked cute with it. I don't know, but in terms of a look, I think this is a 5 or a 6. Again, the heart thing is kind of throwing me off. In terms of wearability, it's very comfortable. I think it will go with a lot of things. Jeans, even though it's got a button in the back, I just tossed it on over my head and didn't have any problems. And those kind of things will annoy me. I don't want to be fussing with buckles and buttons and all that crap. So I think the wearability is a good solid 8. And then in terms of value, this is $3,200. Now, is it reasonably priced for Chanel? Yeah. Is it reasonably priced in general? You know, I'm going to give it a 6 for value. And I'm saying that just because there is a lot of detail and a lot of, it looks like a lot of knit and maybe even some crochet. So I'm sure Chanel probably thinks they priced it well. So I'm going to value this around a 6. Now, if I could wear this every day and I knew I would wear it every day, for me, the value would go up, right? Because the cost per wear would go up. But for me right now, it's hovering around a 6. Let me show you a pair of shoes really quick. These are going to come in mint green, purple, like this purplish pink and black. And a couple of colors are in the stores already. So as many of you know, have had a lot of different issues with one freaking foot. And these were by far one of the more comfortable sneakers I've ever put on that darn thing. So this is, to me, a well worth it shoe. These are $14.25, and this is a size 36. Usually I'm a 35, but I'm giving my little toe, big toe, a little bit of extra room at the moment. But this is an option this season as well. All right, so let me go ahead and try on the next piece and we'll get going. All right, so the next piece I'm going to show you is actually this little guy. So this is a gradient color purple with purple hardware. You can see the gradient on the back. It's not extreme, but it is there. Back pocket, enamel hardware that matches the bag. This is called the light purple mini flat bag. So the other size is it's the same length roughly and about this much taller. I think it will actually be more useful. I had a hard time getting my wallet and keys in here, and even one more thing. So I don't know about the wearability component of this. And in terms of how it fits crossbody, it's those of you who saw the black on black enamel and the white on black enamel, which I actually did not keep in my collection. So I don't know if I'll keep this one either, but this is where it falls on the body. And you can see here in this video here. And I don't know. I mean, this is a tough one. I think I'm a sucker for pink and purple bags. I think in terms of a look, it's a good solid 6. Wearability, it's too small to have a high wearability number for me, so I'm going to give it a 3. I wish they had made a medium, just a little bit bigger. And in terms of value, I mean, this was a little bit shocking to me. $5,700 for this little bag. I get that there's some detail in the color and so on, but 57, I mean, with tax, we're looking at over $6,000. That's almost the price of a Birkin, right? So can we justify this because it looks cool for $5,700? So for value, for me, I'm going to put it out at 2 or a 3. I think it's too expensive. I think this bag should have been $3,800. I know maybe some of you will think I'm insane. All right, I'm going to get to the next piece. All right, so this one's, I think, $3,200. It's pink and green. So you probably recognize these colors from our last season or last 2 seasons ago. It's the same. I have a piece upstairs. It's literally the same, which makes it match, but it's also a little bit confusing as to why they couldn't come up with something new. But so there's a cardigan that goes over this. I like that you can see shoulders. I actually like showing my ink. I know some of you don't like it. I don't really care, to be honest. Appreciate your comments, but I don't really care. I like showing it. I think it looks cool and gives you a little bit of edge. So for me, having the open shoulders with the ink is a plus. So for me, that brings the wearability factor up a little bit. But here's a weird thing, is it has this adjustable funky thing in the back that even my SA, it took her some time to get it to fit right. You can see as I'm trying to adjust it, it just keeps coming to the front, which, to be honest, I don't really understand. I think this should stay here, and this just needs to be cut off. Like, we need to ditch this. I don't really get it. So this is what it looks like from the front. And then the jacked up back because of this thing. I'll show you the details. They're called, I think they were called elephant buttons or unicorn buttons or something like that. But they actually are quite pretty. I'll try to zoom in on those. So the buttons are cool. Anyway, in general, I don't know about this. This is on a big question mark list. Would love to know what you all think about it. And how you think it fits and so on. So in terms of a look, I'm going to give it a 5, and it's just mostly because of this crap. Like, they haven't figured this out. So here's what I think we should do. If you do pick this one up, find where you want it to be and then tack it down. Like, just bring it to the back and then get it cut off and literally sew it down. That's what if I keep it, that's what I'll be doing. In terms of wearability, if this can be fixed, I think the wearability is up there. Probably a good 7. Value, for the price. So honestly, as I compare Chanel's cashmere to other brands that are known for their cashmere, I'm not very thrilled about it. I think they need to up the quality, especially for the price that they're charging. A lot of us we don't care about having CCs everywhere. I tried on a pair of pants. It said Chanel all down the side. Loved the pants, hated the Chanel part. I don't want to be your billboard, right? I mean, if you want to do that, rent some time on a bus stop. Don't do that with me. So I'm not paying for that. So I ditched those even though I liked them just because I had too much Chanel. And the value on this one, as for up in the air for me, I don't know how much I'm going to wear it. But in terms of the precision and the detail and all that stuff, I think what we're paying for is the buttons, the style a little bit. But I think they could have gotten a bit more creative compared to last year. So I'm going to put this one out of 5. And you can all let me know what you think. I would love to know, by the way, on all of on every look, I'd love to know what you would put, the look, the wearability, and the value, what ratings you would give it. And particularly if you've tried it, I'm sure your thoughts may differ from mine. So this is another piece, and I will try, I think there's 2 more, and then we'll be wrapped up. All right, so next piece, there's 2 different versions I saw of this. One of them was multicolor, like a rainbow, and one of them had pink and yellow. So this is a pink and yellow. You can see the faint CC here in the background. It's not too obnoxious. So this is over $4,000 for what I would call a very simple sweatshirt. And to be honest, the fabric doesn't really feel all that great. It feels a bit stiff. Cashmere and silk blend, and it feels like it's just, I'll be honest, just feels cheap. Feels cheap. I don't think this one's going to stay in my collection. I love the colors. I absolutely do. I think with the pink bag and so on, it would be really cute, particularly with these dark jeans or something similar to it. Here's how it looks in the back. But is this sweatshirt worth $4,000? No, it's not. So looks, I think it's a 3 or 4. Wearability is a good 8 because it's simple to wear with anything. The value is a 1 or a 2, and that's where it gets me, and that's why I know for sure it has to go. But what do you think? I'd love to know what your thoughts are. The last piece I have is a dress. It is too small for me, in my opinion. It's a 38. This is a 36. The collections are all over the place, as you know. You can put yourself on reserve for a 34 and need a 40. You can put yourself on it for a 40 and you need a 36. And then there's trades, and it's just a big mess. So don't just go by what you're used to. Ask your essay how it looks like it's fitting and running, and what the fabric is. Pay attention to it because some of it will stretch and some won't. But anyway, love to know what you think about this one, and then I'll try on a dress, and we'll be wrapped up with this first 24 cruise video. I'll be right back. Okay, last piece. This is a sequin, very lightweight dress. Let me try to show you what it looks like in the back on close up because it's not the same in the front and back. It's a blue and black kind of almost knit design in the back, very sheer. You can see it says down the side right here, Chanel. Not a fan of that. I guess they want to get their name on it somewhere, which Chanel, I don't get that. Like, let the piece speak for itself. This is what it looks like. Let me see if I can turn in a way that you can all see. So the colors I think are great. The lightweight fabric, and if you watch my channel, you know I can't stand heavy fabrics. I think the lightweight component of this is really good. I don't know. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Again, it's a 38. It feels a little bit snug under the arms here. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's not so much so that we have, stuff bulging out that we don't want bulging. And the feel of it's great, but when I sit down, it's extremely short, and I'm only 5'4". In terms of the look, I think the look is really nice. I would give it a good 7. In terms of wearability, I don't really go out to a lot of kind of fancier events. I'm more of a stay at home and watch Netflix type person. And so wearability for me is probably a 3, which is going to naturally knock down the value for me, particularly at over $6,000. It's going to knock down the value to me to probably a 3. So it's one of those pieces I can't really justify keeping in my wardrobe for those reasons alone. So again, colors are pretty cool. The yellow, pink, blue gradient, I like that a lot. If they had integrated purple, you know, maybe the bag that needs a nice straight solid black bag. But again, here's what the back looks like for those of you interested in this piece. It does have a side zip, by the way. It's right here underneath the arm. And yeah, so that's what this last one looks like. I will have more 24C, 24 cruise pictures, videos, and so on here and also on Instagram, and as different things come in and I try them. I did leave a lot of stuff behind that I'm not trying in this video, but different things will be popping up soon. So thanks for your continued support and patience, and have a wonderful day wherever you are.